Hello everyone. So I wanted to share with you guys how I created this decor vase model using Maya and Substance Maya for base modeling and designer for creating these patterns which I have used, and Zbrush to get this pattern on the mesh, and then it was textured in Substance Painter, and the render output, these outputs are rendered in Unreal Engine. So let's get started with this. So this is how I went from this stage to this stage. So this cylinder was a dimension reference for this model. So this is the dimension cylinder, and I will add that. So after that I have refined my model according to my reference. So this is how it looks as a base model. So this is the base model, and this is the final output. So this is how it looks inside and bottom, and this is the patterns which I created in ZBrush. So after you refined your model, uh, for this thing I create for this patterns, I created this pattern in Substance Designer. So this is the like circle, and I have added some gradients noise to make the same shape deform. Then I have just tiled it with random directions and random sizes. So this is the pattern I have used here to create these details. So to apply these details, I used ZBrush. So from this stage you have to reach this stage. So before you go to ZBrush, you have to lay out your UVs for this, because when you apply this texture, I will be using a UV projection method for in ZBrush, so I will show you that. So first we have to do UV for your base mesh. So this is the UV I have created, and I have straightened all the UVs. So when I apply the texture, it will go straight like this. So next we will jump into ZBrush. So I have imported the base mesh in ZBrush. So as you can see, it has only one polygroup, but we need polygroups for the inner side and outer side also. So because we have already created UVs for this in Maya, so if I go to polygroups and auto group with UV, I will get different UVs according to my UV islands. So now we can hide one parts and apply texture to that part only. If you want to hide that and you want only the texture to be in this side, this part, so we can do that. So how we are gonna apply the pattern is we have to subdivide this model. So I have subdivided this up to 6 levels, which will be around 3.3 million. So it will be easy for us to get the crispier details for on the model. So to apply this pattern which we have created, we have to go to noise here in this ZBrush. Sorry, it has to be surface. In surface it is noise. So when you go to noise, you can apply these kind of small details for this thing, for the models which you have created. So this is the default there, but I want to import my custom alpha. So here you have an option to import your alphas. If you double click on that, you will get this pop-up to import your alphas. So this is our alpha which we have, and I will import this. And you cannot see that properly. So I will just increase this or decrease this alpha scale. Okay, that's not working. Let me increase the strength. Now you can see that we have our alpha. It is there, but it's not proper. So I will decrease this default noise because we don't want that, and I will decrease this base noise also because it is destroying our pattern. So I don't want this, so I have decreased it, and here is our more alphas applied to the mesh. But you can see that there is a distortion for this alpha. So here it is projected in according to a 3D scene and 3D model. It is doing a four side projection, like from this side, this side, this side, this side. But we want it according to your UV because we have done we have a UV in Maya and it is straight. If I click this, it will be straight. The pattern will align according to our UVs. So now we have our patterns. We can scale this alpha like this, and here we have a issue like this. We can fix that later, that is not a problem. So main thing that we have our alpha here. So I will invert this strength so the alpha goes inside of the mesh, not the outside of the mesh. So if I decrease this, it will go till here. So, and this is the alpha we wanted, and I will just reduce the scale a little bit and press OK. So now we have the alpha throughout the mesh, but we don't want it, we don't want the pattern to be everywhere. So I will mask the part where I want the texture, where I want this pattern to be. So if you mask this parts, only the area which are visible, which are unmasked, only the pattern will apply to that thing. So I'll just unmask this once. Give me I'll just mask. Only this parts. So I'll mask till there, or I can mask till there, and now we have the mask where we want it. So after that you can click this mask by noise and you will have this alpha applied to your mesh, and later you can go to the deformation, and here you have an inflate option. So we have this mask where the white areas, only those will get affected. So if you inflate it inside, it will go inside, and if you inflate it outside, it will go outside. So for now I will inflate it inside and I will clear the mask. So now we have these patterns applied throughout the mesh. So that's how you can add details to your models. So this is my final output of the model. So I have applied the alpha in this area with the method I showed you. So this is the one, this is the high poly, so it has around 3.2 million. So to create a low poly of this, I just decimated the model. So how you can decimate is because the decimation, it will give you 20,000 polygons, but it will keep most of the details and its shape, and it will reduce the amount of geometry you have. So if you go to Z plugin, here you have a decimation master, and In Decimation Master, you have to pre uh, process your mesh. So if there is any artifacts are there, so it will get rid of all of that and it will prepare your mesh for decimation. So here you can select how many points, how many vertices or edges, how many vertices you want, or many polygons you want. So I have clicked 20 points, so it has given me 20k polygons. So this is how it looks. In this model I have not used this full mesh as my low poly because I only wanted these parts. So what I have done is in Maya I brought that model here. Yeah, so as you can see, like it is a the topology is almost like not that much proper, but for this asset it was okay to be, because there is not that much artifacts issues, so it was okay for me to use this. So I have uh, deleted few edges from this because as you can see it has all triangulated model, so I wanted it to be quad, so I just added or deleted few faces and I have adjusted it to match my low poly. So as you can see it has no differences, only this part it has changed in this model. So from this to this, so I deleted this part of the mesh till this part and I have joined both of them, so I get this final result of the model. So this is how I created this low poly version, and I have UV unwrapped this with a straight, keeping it the UV straight. So when I apply texture, it will not give any problems to me. Also, I have made a UV cut in a place where it will not affect the texture seams. So that is also good for this because you will have a random UV seams here. It will affect when you apply texture to the model. So that's why I have kept my UV like this. After I retopologize this model, I have taken it to substance painter for texturing. So this is the base bottom base texture I created. So we have used some grunges materials to create this rough terrain kind of a rough mud kind of a texture for this bottom part, and for the top reflection part I have created it separately. So this is how I have masked this part, because you see the output, the off of the model is rough and off of the model is glossy. So with this masking I have masked out where I wanted this texture and where I wanted the rough areas. So in this I have created the same thing like this dots here also on top of these things, and I have created this stripe kind of things using this grunge maps, few grunge maps, and few anisotropic noise like these straight lines. So those lines are created separately for each color. So few are that color and few I have to paint it manually so it matches my reference. So this is the different colors. This is a painted one, and this is another white parts we have here. And after that I have given a separate roughness for this. If I turn this off, it will be like normal matte finishing model. So that's why I had to give a separate roughness for this model. And after the texturing, this is the output I took in using Unreal Engine. And thank you for watching the video.